Okay, stories from a psychic medium number 2. Okay, I was at the local park. Okay, I'm at the local park and I was getting some weeds out of the pond. There's a pond there to put in my aquarium, right? Well, a bunch of people came. There was a soccer game or something. There's food. I mean, there's a lot of people, man. They all came at once. I guess it's a soccer game. And I'm over there, and I'm like, I hear Louisiana. So I look over there, but it was a real mixed crowd. I'm like, huh, okay, Louisiana. So was somebody's guide was, talking to me, I guess. You don't actually hear the words, you just know the words. When you are doing a reading or whatever, you see with your heart. You see, well, I guess it's your third eye. Everything is internal, okay? It's internal. You're not using your eyes, your fingers, your nose, your mouth, okay? You're using your internal spirit. Because it's not stuck in your body, okay? And it's not stuck in the present, whatever. So, you'll hear some more of that in another stories. So I hear Louisiana, and I'm like, okay, I wonder who it is, because there was a lot of people up there, and I got my bucket, and I walk up there towards my car, and I look over, I'm like, oh, yeah, those two girls there, they're over there by the food, and I walk back by, I'm like, yep, maybe I cannot say anything. Yeah, I don't know how to turn this off. I don't know how people turn it off, because if somebody's loved one wants to talk to them from the other side of the Great Divide, who am I to be the judge as to whether they get the message or not? Nope. They want to talk to their loved one, I'm going to deliver the message. So I just wanted to make sure it was very confusing that day. So, because it was more than one spirit. It was a grandmother, and I was like, is it a grandmother or a mother? And there was both of them. And there was two different people. This is my first time to read two people at the same time, right? So I come back by, and I started walking real slow. You can't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Whatever. I'm like, is there someone on my chin? Oh. Anyway, might be, I was just eating. Anyway, I was like, okay, so who has a grandmother from Louisiana? And this lady's like, oh, I do. I said, and then, see, there was no pre-thought to this. I didn't know this before I walked up there. But as soon as I said that, you gotta speak before you think, okay? Just let the words flow. And I like to talk a lot, so it's pretty easy for me to let the words flow. I'm pretty sure something on my chin. Anyways, I said, you got it's a grandmother, right? And she said, yeah, my grandmother's from Louisiana, but she passed. I said, yeah, I know, I'm a psychic medium. I said, but she tells me she only wore flip-flops or slippers, never anything else, even at church, man, it's flip-flops or slippers. She goes, oh, that's my grandmother. And I'm like, okay, then there's also a mother here, and she must be with you, and she's showing me a moo-moo. And she's like, oh, that's all she wore is a house dress. I said, oh, that's the same thing, right? A house dress and a moo-moo. The pockets in the front. Yeah. They always got to have pockets, whatever. So, anyway, and I deliver this message. I'm like, and I tell them a couple things, and some other girl walks up. And I'm just talking, okay? She walks up, and she's got some big old hoop earrings on. I'm like, oh, do your ears ring? And she goes, yeah, it's a thing, and she, whatever you call that. And I said, well, that's a good thing. I'm a psychic medium, okay, and I've just read her, and your ears are ringing because it's your vibration. It's your body adapting, raising its vibration to a higher level, okay, because this is a period of enlightenment, and that's part of the process. You're just, what do you call that, adapting to your new environment, which will be at a higher level. So it's a really good thing that your ears ring. Embrace it. I've never asked that question and somebody told me no. I probably asked it 2,000 times over the past couple of years. And they always say, well, yeah. And then I explain it to them. I mean, I'm not a doctor, have no medical training. You can, tetanitis, what do we call that? Anyway, but it's kind of funny that everybody's ears ring. Mine started ringing and ringing, and whenever I do something right, they ring really loud, so it's a good thing. If your ears ring, you can read about it everywhere on YouTube, or go to your doctor, whatever you want to do, but it's you adapting your vibration rising to a higher level. Okay, if your ears don't ring, I feel sorry for you. Have a good one.